Well, before FFR, life was pretty good. I didn't have any real complaints. I mean, I was married to a beautiful wife, got a great daughter. Life was pretty good. So I didn't have anything that I thought was hindering myself. And my wife told me hey, I've got this program for you to go to. And so she encouraged me to go. And I didn't know how physically out of shape I really was. Because being in the military, we have standards we have to go by. We have PT tests every single year. And I passed those all the time. Sometimes it'd be marginal. I mean, we passed. Wasn't really concerned about it. But every single year, I saw my numbers kind of go down a little bit. But I wasn't really worried about it. It was one of those things where, oh, well, I'm just getting older. I'm just not as fit as I used to be. I would go work out as well. That's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to stay in shape for the most part. And I always consider myself to be in shape. I didn't really have a good routine. I would go to the gym here and there for a couple times. Sometimes I'd hit it real hard for a couple months and then I'd slack off. it'd be something at work. It's like, okay, well, once this trip is done, I'll get back into it. I didn't know how to eat. I just knew that I'm not getting too fat, so I must be doing all right. And really, I was kind of going through the motions, if anything. Physically, I did go to the doctor one time, and they told me that I was starting to have a little bit of high cholesterol. My family has a history of high cholesterol, and so it was just kind of a normal thing. Hey, that's what I was born with, just genetics. So I wasn't too concerned. I think always kind of a small guy. Never really knew how to get fit. Again, I thought it was genetics that played a huge role. And I see guys in high school that are lifting tons of weight. It's like, well, that's just not me. I wasn't gifted with that. And I really didn't put a lot of emphasis on my physical, my health, really. Spiritually, I grew up in church my entire life. Always went there. And, born and raised in a church and spirit-filled and all that. And had a relationship with Jesus, and I really didn't, again, going through the motions. I go to church because I'm supposed to. I was saved, but, just, again, it's one of those things you just did. At work, there was a lot of times where I was very negative. I didn't realize how negative I was. I would see an issue come up at work, and then there'd be a clique of guys that we'd talk about work-related items, and just kind of complain about this person, that person, how they're not doing their job, and why does it seem like we're the only ones that actually work around here? And just so a lot of negativity was at work. Let's see. I think.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Had a lot more than this earlier. Let's see.
You hit work, you hit spiritually, you hit physical.
Mental, okay.
Mental.
Mentally, I started going back to school. I took a several year hiatus from school just because it was hard. I didn't want to do it. I found a job, I landed the job. I was like, well, this is all I'm going to do the rest of my life. This is fine. I don't need school. I was encouraged to go back to school. And it's tough. It was hard. And I'm going to work full time, plus being a full-time student, plus being a dad and a husband. There was a lot of times where I thought, I don't need this. I can quit. I actually thought about quitting a couple times, like semester here or there, and I'd skip a semester, and it's like, this is getting too tough, and I don't know that I really want to, continue on with this. At my lowest point, when GPA was a .015. That was me not going to school, not dropping classes, not caring. I just didn't care. Mentally, it was tough. I was tired, and I had a lot going on. I didn't really want to do it. So that was kind of a low point for me, definitely. Since FFR, life has been great. Physically, I've just been killing it. Going to my PT test, the last one I took, I was 4 seconds away from my best time ever, 9:34 in a mile and a half. So I was 4 seconds away from getting a perfect score on my PT score. Never happened, never thought in a million years it could actually possibly happen, and it happened. I'm actually gained so much energy from the program. After work, after going to school full time, I have that energy to spend time with my wife and spend time with my daughter. It's been absolutely amazing. Sorry, go through it again. What was it?
So physically, keep talking about any results.
Okay.
Any weight gain, muscle you put on, body fat lost, clothes fitting, strength gains in the gym, anything like that.
Sure. My uniform size went from a 36 in the pants to now down to a 30. Just something, it was just, how is this even possible? I actually dropped from about 215 pounds down to about 185 originally, and then I jumped back up to 205, but my body fat has gone way down. So my weight is about the same, but I don't even look at the scale anymore. I look at the mirror, that's my scale. It's been pretty awesome to kind of see things that I never thought was even possible. I'm getting bigger, that I wanted size for a long time, and I've never been able to achieve that, but now I'm starting to see that with the right nutrition and with the physical activities that we're doing, that I'm able to get that strength that I need. I think I started out with being able to deadlift 165 pounds, and the other day I did 405. So, just strength has been going way up. It's incredible. On the job, a lot of things that the coach had said is, positivity. That's the main focus, is staying positive. Block out the negative, have a negative detox. And so, as a supervisor, I looked at my guys like, that we have a lot of negativity. And they're like,
I'd just start by saying I would look to my guys and say we have a lot of negativity.
I would look to my guys and see that we have a lot of negativity. So I would take the lessons that I got from FFR and just transfer that to my work. And instead of being a cliquey type place, this person said that, we're kind of one cohesive unit now. It's been amazing just to see the change in everyone. And they don't even go to FFR yet, but I'm working on it. But they work. The work has been tremendous. Just from the positivity that we've shifted from one place to another, so it's been great. Spiritually, that's probably been my the absolute biggest win in my life. I used to go through the motions, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to, what I was supposed to do. I went to church. I realized that spiritually, just like physically, if you want to grow, you have to put your spirit in. You have to put that work into it. It's not easy. Sometimes it's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging, but you have to put that perseverance in there. And that's been like I said, the biggest growth in this whole experience. Leading my family spiritually, praying for everything, just really showing others, the love of Jesus, and that's been my by far biggest growth seeing in this program. I am Joseph Alcott, and I am fit for duty, and I am fit for life.